What's going on, everybody? I'm back with another video for you guys to talk about this week's final Order Cutoff books, and we got a lot of good ones on this, lots of number ones to talk about, and some really good returning series. So we're gonna get into this in just a second. Before we kick it off, if you're new here, not subscribed, we release these videos every week. New comic book day, top pick videos, and lots of really cool creator interviews. And I'm going to talk about one in the middle of this video and tell you guys how you can win a copy of Stoneheart #1 from Emma Kubert. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be about middle of this video. So if you're just scrolling on through and you want to know how to win, I guess hop on to the middle. But if you want to hear about all of these upcoming books, stay tuned for the whole video. So let's get into this. We have first up from Image Comics a second printing of Local Man #1, which if you missed out on the first issue's first printing, please go pick this up because Tony Fleece and Tim Seeley are creating a really cool world that if you were a fan of 90s Image Comics and all of their heroes that they had, you're going to really love this, but it takes a turn on that genre and gives us a story that is crime noir mixed with that superhero action, and I loved it. I love this world that they're building, and I want to pick up this second print because I believe in this world. Next up, also from Image Comics, also I think released the same day that the #1 of Local Man released, was Phantom Road from Jeff Lemire and Gabriel Hernandez Walta. Phantom Road #1 was an excellent read. It wasn't like, it felt like it was missing a lot, but it's building something that seems really cool. And in this issue, we've got Dom is a long-haul trucker driver who finds himself on a strange highway trip after he pulls an unusual artifact from the wreckage of a car crash along with his new companion, Birdie. Finding out where they are is the first mystery. Figuring out how to get out is painlessly is the second. And we had some very strange creatures, as you can see on the cover here of issue #2, appear and cause a fight between Dom and them. And we don't know anything about these creatures yet, but I am very intrigued to see what happens with them. Next up, from Boom Studios, we've got The Seasons Have Teeth #1 from writer Dan Waters. And we've got art from Sebastian Cabral. In a drab, colorless world, the seasons bring change and also destruction. Andrew, a retired conflict photographer, lives a life steeped in regret after an unthinkable tragedy, but everything shifts when the seasons arrive, each one a personified, godlike creature. As he risks everything to track down spring, summer, autumn, fall, and winter, will capturing the perfect picture of each be enough to find redemption and ultimately bring color back to his world? Dan Waters of Sword of Azrael and Homesick Pilot's writing acclaim is joined by artist Sebastian Cabral from Anthony Bourdain's Hungry Ghosts and Maestro World War M for a tale that is both down-to-earth and supernaturally apocalyptic in its pertinence. Dan Waters is an excellent writer. This is a 4-issue miniseries coming from Boom. I have so many Boom books on my pull list right now that I may not be able to pick this one up until the trade comes out for it, but I love Dan Waters' writing. I loved Homesick Pilots. I read Limbo way back when I first was starting to get into indie comics and loved that as well. So I'm intrigued. I do want to check this out, but I may wait for the trade paperback of all 4 issues to come out. But if you think that's an interesting story, let your shop know that it's one that you want to pick up. Next one, we're going to Dark Horse Comics for Clear, issue 2 of 3 from Scott Snyder and Francis Manapul. I have not gotten to read issue #1 yet, just came out this last week. But I flipped through it and I love Francis Manapul's artwork in this. This is really cool artwork. And from the Comixology release, I've heard such good things that people are saying about the comic. So I'm in for all 3 issues no matter what. I'm really a big fan of Scott Snyder's writing most of the time anyways. So this one automatically got me to go and check it out. Secrets are unveiled in this issue as Dunes continues to unravel the mystery behind his wife's death and the legacy she left behind. The clock is ticking as our Neo Seamus's own perception of reality begins to fracture. Got this world of, stepping out of the world of caped heroes present a sci-fi noir tale for the ages. In the wild and twisting mystery where nothing is as it seems, discover a future where no one sees life the same way. Yeah, this whole idea of these filters that people see through, and I mean, you could see the world looking like a comic, looking like an anime. It's bizarre and strange and lovely all at the same time, but our main character here does not see the world that way, sees it as it really is. Very intriguing concept. Going down to the comics and graphics novel section on the Previews World website, we've got one from Vault Comics that you all know I love, and that is Barbaric Hell to Pay from Michael Moresi and Nathan Gooden. A new player has entered the field, Sarah, Soren's mentor. Is she good? Is she evil? What the hell is the deal with those chains? Meanwhile, Owen, Deadheart, and Frogley go on a heist quest like Ocean's 11, but in hell. Always going to put Barbaric on here because it is that good and you all need to read it. It is the year of the axe and I am getting all Barbaric all the time. Next up from Scout Comics, we've got Count Dante #1 of 6 from JC Barbour and Jess Watson on the artwork. Carrie Nord doing the cover A here. Sidney Brown relives his years fighting alongside Count Dante, the cape-wearing, car-selling, controversial karate master from the 1970s. But while the reporter interviewing him is excited to hear the salacious details of a crazy life, it is clear the time was bittersweet for Brown. So if you're a fan of like Karate Kid and that type of thing, I think this is a good book to pick up. I believe I have a copy of this that I still have not looked through yet. But if that's the case, I am going to try to do some reviews this weekend. I keep saying I'm going to put more reviews out. And all I got out last weekend was Don't Spit in the Wind, which if you haven't gone check that out, go down to the website link down below, youpromisemecomics.com, and check it out. It is an amazing story from artist and writer Stefano Carticelli coming from Mad Cave Studios in a couple of weeks. But this one, I believe this is one that I have sitting waiting for me to check out. So I will hopefully get to do that this weekend. And we're about the midpoint. I mean, we're past midpoint. So what I'm going to do is tell you how to win a copy of Stoneheart #1 from Emma Kubert. All you got to do is go over to the interview with Emma Kubert and drop a hashtag in the comment section. Comment one, watch the video. It is a very fun interview. But that one and a recent video interview with Liana Kangas, Sarah Gailey were a lot of fun, a lot of jokes, a lot of laughter. A lot of our interviews are a lot of fun, especially like the most recent ones with the By the Horns creative team. Also, Charlie Stickney was on the channel recently. So much fun in these interviews, but I feel like you'll really enjoy this interview with Emma. Such a great time, and we were gonna stop at the hour, and we were just geeking out, and we were like, all right, let's keep geeking out for a little bit longer. So go over to that video, drop hashtag Stoneheart on the video. Let me know what you think of the interview in that comment as well. And in about a week, I will reveal the winner of Stoneheart #1. So stay tuned for next week to see who won. Go over to the interview. I will link it here, and drop that comment, hashtag Stoneheart, and let me know what you think of the interview. Going on to the next comic here on Final Order Cutoff. We've got another one from Vault Comics, and it is Brandon Sanderson's Dark One, trade paperback, volume 1. Brandon Sanderson, of course, writing, but adaptation by Jackson Lansing and Colin Kelly, with art by Nathan Gooden. I have this. They released a hardcover version of this in the past, and I have that up with my Brandon Sanderson books over on the bookshelf. Now they are releasing a trade paperback version of this. We've got colors by Kurt Michael Russell and World Design doing the lettering, and it is an awesome story. Essentially, really looking at the Dark One, the person who is supposed to rise up and be the big evil person, but they aren't that person right now. And so, what does that story look like? Next up, from Whatnot Publishing, we've got Griffin, #1. Griffin, Galaxy's Most Wanted, from Ben Kahn and Bruno Hidalgo. I believe I have a copy from Ben sitting in my Twitter inbox, but I believe it is this one. They had only done one issue, I believe, of it prior, and now all 3 issues are coming out. So I'm excited to read the rest of the story. I really loved this, and I will also have that on my list of reviews to do, hopefully before Monday when Final Order Cutoff hits. That is this coming Monday for books ordered through Diamond. And last but not least on the list is one from Sumerian Comics. We've got Soko, #1, from Vanja Miskovich and Steve Ekstrom doing the writing, and Antonio Fuso on the artwork. I love Antonio Fuso's art. Most recently, Antonio did Cassidy's Secret over from Clover Press, and Wired or Weird from Dark Horse was another one that Antonio did. So I'm excited for this because of the art, but also Steve has been doing a lot of stuff with Sumerian. He works at Sumerian, a lot of behind the scenes stuff there, and I am excited to see his writing coming from them as well. Yeah, just overall, this is a great cast of creators on this. What is the story about? A routine traffic stop for 2 Serbian beat cops quickly descends into corruption and betrayal as a dark trail of evidence leads to the discovery of unimaginable depravity. Mark Waid says Soko is energetic and kinetic as hell. It gripped me from page 1 and it wouldn't let go. It's a great creator to have on there, providing such a cool quote. In shops, April 12th for most of these. I don't believe anywhere super off from that. It seems like this week, maybe an April 5th on the Image books, but everybody else, April 12th or April 19th for Count Dante. So like always, it's 3 to 5 weeks from FOC date that they release these because of their own concerns with printing delays and other things, or like Image usually has priority with things, so they are able to pump things out a little bit more quicker and deliver within 3 weeks of FOC like it used to be for everybody. So that is the Final Order Cutoff Indie Comics this coming week. That's going to be on March 13th, this Monday. I'm excited for all of these. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to get the trade paperback of Dark One in addition to the hardcover that I already have, but I may not. I might wait on that. The rest of these, though, like I said, except for the Seasons Have Teeth, I probably am going to trade weight that because I have so many books right now on my pull list, and I don't know if I have room for more. But Dan Waters is an excellent writer, and Boom is gonna deliver such nice things with that story, I feel like. So that's it for today. If you're new here, made it to the end, and aren't subscribed, please go do that. If my video has been very unstable throughout this, I am sorry, but the apartment keeps shaking, and I do not know why. So that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. As always, collect what you love, and I'll see you next time.